Hi everyone, this is Anna from Cakibana, and today I'm going to be talking to you about where to visit in Colombia. Now, I've been to Colombia 4 times over the last 5 years, and in total I've spent a year and a half there. Now, in that year and a half that I was in Colombia, I was traveling around with a friend, I was traveling with my Colombian boyfriend, and also I was working as an English teacher in Bogota. So I think it's obvious that I really love Colombia. I've done videos on my experience teaching English in Colombia, also the top 7 things that I love about Colombia, and if Colombia is safe. So check them out, I'll leave the links below. So the places I'm going to mention to you are the main places to visit in Colombia. So if you're traveling around just for, 1 month or 2 months or something like that. The things I said I loved about Colombia in my video was the diverse landscapes. So there's beaches, there's mountains, there's deserts, there's big cities, there's rainforests, and all in one country. So that is really amazing. Now, the places that I'm going to mention, I'm just going to give a brief overview of them, because otherwise if I go into detail, this video will go for way too long. Let me start with the places that I've personally visited and recommend. I should tell you that Colombia, it's not like other countries like France or Germany or something where there's an iconic monument that you have to visit. Colombia is more about experiencing the culture, experiencing the landscape, rather than going to see a touristic site. So keep that in mind when you travel there, and that is the actual beauty of it. So the place where I spent most time and where I taught English for a year at a high school was Bogota, the capital city. And that is in the center of the country. And if you fly in from overseas, you'll probably stop here. So worth checking it out. So like any other capital city, you're going to have lots of people, lots of traffic, and that's the beauty, because you're going to find everything that you need in this city. Now, for me, it was great living there because I could find everything that I needed there and everything that I wanted to do there as well, going out at night and shopping and things like that. As a tourist, you'd probably want to go to the center of the town, which is the historic part of the city, which is called La Candelaria, and it's in the center of the city. Now, this is a beautiful place. It has very big museums and churches and things like that. One thing I love about Bogota is the mountains there. They are so beautiful. It is a big city, but you can just see the mountains from the city. So if you have time, you can go up the mountain in the city center, which is called Monserrate. You can walk up the stairs, or you can go by the little train thing that goes up the mountain. So this is a great city if you want to stay there for a long period of time, or if you want to work there, because there's probably the most jobs in Bogota. Now I'm going to talk about the most romantic city in Colombia. Well, debatable, but it's on the coast, and it's called Cartagena. So it's on the north coast. It has the center of town is also the historic part, and there's lots to see there. There's lots of shops, there's lots of food. Now, because Cartagena is on the coast of Colombia, you can visit the beaches there as well. You've got people walking past selling you massages and food, so you don't even have to leave your deck chair in order to get all this stuff. So you can spend a whole day there, and it is amazing. I love the culture there as well, because there's lots of music there, there's lots of people that can dance there. The people are different to Bogota, and so that is another thing to observe and to take in. Now, close to Cartagena, I think it's about 4-hour bus trip, is Santa Marta, and this is also on the coast, but the city itself, you can't really get to the beaches. So the city, you will enjoy the shopping, the people, but if you want to go to the beaches, and what it's most famous for is if you go just half an hour or an hour out, you will go to Tayrona National Park. And this national park, yes, you have to pay to get in. It's not too expensive. And then you walk through this forest to get to these amazing beaches. And because it's exclusive, it's a national park, so you get to enjoy these amazing beaches with not many people there. Otherwise, if you don't want to pay to go into the national park, which is definitely worth it, by the way, you can go to other beaches along the way as well, which are free to go to, and you can surf along them. Some examples are Los Naranjos and Los Angeles. Now, the second biggest city in Colombia is called Medellin. And I think it's about a 9-hour bus trip from Bogota, or an hour flight from Bogota. And it is the most developed city in Colombia. It has a train there, and it's pretty clean there as well. Now, Medellin also has many mountains And what I really remember about Medellin, the week that I was there, is the weather. Now the weather is pretty much all year round 27 degrees and sunny. So it is a really beautiful place to just relax and spend time. Now if you think Colombia, you think coffee. So in Colombia there is the coffee axis, which is Eje Cafetero, which is the area around Manizales and Armenia. And I visited a tiny town in that coffee axis called Buenavista. And Buenavista literally means good view. And it was an amazing view. So it's a tiny town, and I actually volunteered in a hostel there. And it was right on the edge of the mountain. Oh, well, pretty much the whole town is, which is a tiny, tiny town. And so from the balcony of the hostel, you could see this amazing view of the mountain and all the coffee farms and everything. And so from this town, we went walking into the mountains, looking at the beautiful scenery, but also looking at the plants and experiencing the coffee culture. And the town that is most popular there is called Salento, and you can go there and taste lots of different types of coffee and also go walking into the mountains, and it's beautiful and stunning there. So they're the places that I visited because I spent a lot of time in Bogota, because my priority was to experience the culture rather than to go backpacking and traveling the whole time. But also I went to Cartagena probably about 3 times, so I keep going back there because I love it so much. But I definitely do want to get to these other places as well. Now, one of the main places is the Amazon rainforest. Like, that is a world-known rainforest, and I really want to go there to see the animals and to see the rainforest and to be right in nature. That would be really, really cool. You could go down the Amazon River and everything, and so you could get there at the south of the country, and you could fly into a place called Leticia to go to the Amazon rainforest. I would also love to go to the Pacific coast, which would be the west coast of Colombia, to cities like Buenaventura or Chocó. And that would be amazing because there's a band that I love called Chokib Town, and they are from there, and they just make it look really beautiful. There are beautiful beaches there, lots of surfing, and it's a place where not many tourists go, so it would be a really great place to experience the culture and meet local people. San Andres Island, which is off pretty much the coast of Nicaragua, so near Central America, is a very popular place for Colombians themselves to go as well. San Andres Island looks like the beaches are pristine, clean, and it's an island, and almost they don't even really speak Spanish there. It's like a mix of English and Spanish, so that would be interesting to see the culture. Now, near Santa Marta, on the northern coast of Colombia, on the east side, is a region called La Guajira, and this place is the desert. And this place, I've heard, is that lots of indigenous Colombians live there, and so that would be really good to experience their culture, the indigenous culture, and to see how they live and to see the desert part of Colombia as well. Now, if you love salsa dancing like I do, then Cali would be a really good place. This is close to the Pacific coast, so near the west coast of Colombia, and Cali is very, very hot, but apparently dancing is a must there. Day and night you could go dancing. So one day I will definitely get there. And last but not least, there is another town in between Cartagena and Santa Marta on the northern coast of Colombia called Barranquilla. Now maybe you know this because that is the city where Shakira and Sofia Vergara are from, and it is the northern coast of Colombia. Now this place is between the 2 main cities to visit, and so not many people go there as tourists, but every year there is a carnival there, and the city just lights up for 1 week, and so that would be really cool to see. And this takes place around February each year, so look that up. As I said before, these are just the main places to visit if you have a short period of time to go to Colombia. But if you have a longer period of time, then oh my god, there are so many hidden gems to discover just near these capital cities. You go out maybe 1 hour and you will be in a completely different place. And what I love is that the Colombian people also really appreciate what their country has to offer, and so they travel all over their country as well and discover these hidden gems. So if you visited Colombia and been to any places that I haven't mentioned that you are dying to recommend, then definitely leave me a comment. I'd love to know, and I'd love to visit them as well. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel, and check out my other videos that I've done on how much I love Colombia and all my experiences in the country. I'll leave my link below to cakibana.com, which is my blog, so check that out. All right, everyone, see you next time. Bye.